Oh, hey there. It's great to see you again. Come on in. Let's have some fun.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm gonna get a little personal today for Whip It Wednesday because I'm frustrated and I just can't let this go. And so you guys are gonna kind of listen to me vent for a while. Kiddo, a while back, went through some pretty traumatic stuff. They were mistreated by one of their care providers. And so we've been dealing with some legal stuff. And sorry, it's been difficult. But we've been dealing with legal stuff, and we had court yesterday. And this guy mistreated my child and has left scars that my child will have to deal with for the rest of their life. And he keeps acting like it's no big deal. And the court system is letting him. Like, his bond was recently modified, so he gets to spend the weekend with his mother for her birthday. And I get it's her birthday and she shouldn't have to suffer. She didn't do anything wrong. But he did. And therefore, he should have to. He was supposed to have met with an expert, and they were going to have the report from that expert by January 15th, which is why when we had court at the beginning of December, it got pushed out to the end of January so that they would have this report and they would be able to make a decision as to whether or not they're going to accept the plea deal that the district attorney has laid out for them, which knocked it down from 4 felonies to a felony and a misdemeanor with minimal jail time and no prison time. But no, now they're still waiting on that report, so it gets pushed out for another 30 days. They've had the plea offer since October. Get your shit together and make a decision and quit tormenting my child. My child has a panic attack every time they go out in public because they are afraid they are going to run into this person. My child, when we are out in public, my 16-year-old will not go across the store to look at something. I can be in the cell phone store at the mall and they won't go across the hall to Hot Topic by themselves for fear they're going to see him. And he gets to get away and live his life as normally as possible. Like, our justice system is wrong when the victims are continuously re-victimized. The things that my child has had to do just to get to the point where charges were filed. Reliving every single gory detail of what happened to them. More than once. Going through invasive physical examinations. Just so charges could be filed. And this happened in May. It's January. It's been almost a year. And we've got nothing. It's disgusting. It makes me sick. The things that happened to my kid by somebody that I trusted. He was in this position because I trusted him. I knew him. I had worked with him. There's no way in my mind, there was no way he was going to hurt my kid. And I was wrong. So incredibly wrong. Like, I can't, you guys. I just want this to be better for them. And they keep dragging it out. If they were going to accept the plea deal, they would have already. But, so why they're stringing it out more, I have no idea. Just accept the damn plea deal or don't. Quit setting it over for another 30 days at a time. If you're going to accept the plea deal, let's do that. Let's let people move on with their lives. If you're not, then let's get ready to go to trial. So again, people can begin to move on with their lives. Not that my child is ever going to get over this, but hopefully they will learn, they will be able to find some closure and learn ways of living with it. There are serious problems when this keeps happening. It has been since October since they've had the plea deal. He was arrested in August. So why are we still fighting all of this? Why does my child still have to worry every time they turn around that they're going to run into him? And yes, there's a protection order. I don't want you guys to think that there isn't. There are restrictions on what he can do. He's not allowed to be, he's not allowed contact with anyone under the age of 18. He's not allowed to be within a certain distance of a school. The only person under 18 he's allowed to have contact with is his daughter. He's not allowed within 1,000 yards of our house, in any direction. So it's not that nothing's happening, but it is so hard and so frustrating to have to tell my child every 30 days that there's nothing new. Like, we had to fight for the plea deal to be what it is because the DA wanted to plead him out to something with a suspended sentence. So we had to fight for that. And now the DA is not objecting every time his lawyer's like, well, let's just push it out another 30 days, or I need more time, or I need this, or we're waiting on that. Like, enough is enough, you guys. It's not okay. The things that happened to my child are not okay. And somebody other than me needs to step up and realize that it's not okay. I have him on tape. Like, the police have the tape of me talking to him on the phone and him admitting that it happened. And that he knew he was wrong and he was supposed to be taking care of her. And apologizing to me for turning our lives upside down. And yet, it is January and nothing has happened. I don't know how to be in this world where things like this are acceptable. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to help my kid yes, they're in therapy, and yes, they're working through their trauma and everything else. But how do you explain to someone why everything is taking so long and why the people that are supposed to be fighting for them aren't? If you have an answer to that, will you please let me know? Because I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else I can do. I am open to any and all suggestions. Because I'm at my end, guys. I don't know how much more. Like, I don't know how to help through this anymore. So, all right. Thank you for listening to that. I'm going to kind of shift gears here a little bit. Let's talk about what's going on at work, because holy cow. Man, the bigwigs are coming in tomorrow. We've got 3 of our centers in my town open, or in my county open. So we are having a grand opening for our centers here in Colorado. And that means that the entire corporate team from Utah will be here. And my good Lord, do you have any idea what that means? Especially when one center only opened last week. Like, my center only opened last week. So it doesn't have all the fun artwork and all the fun, the kids' projects and all of that, because the kids have only been there for 2 weeks. So we've got to get stuff up on the walls to make it look friendly and less like a hospital. And we've got to make sure that the classrooms that aren't open yet, at least still look decent and don't look like giant storage spaces. It's been a nightmare. Everybody is stressed out. Everybody is snapping at each other. Nobody's feeling valued or appreciated right now. It's just hurry up and get this done. And, oh yeah, you still have to be looking at this and doing this and making sure your regular job gets done. And I will just be so glad when 4 o'clock Friday comes around and I can check out for the weekend. And I don't mean really check out. Like, I still have to get homework done, and I got to get my room clean, and I need to do laundry. There's all that fun adulting stuff that has to happen. And I've got the kiddo and my family making a big deal because my birthday's next week, but who really cares? It's not a huge deal. And I will do anything I can to not have to be there for the ribbon cutting ceremony and all of the media and all of the hoopla that's going to come around with that. I'm just not, there's a reason y'all don't see my face. I'm not like an out front in the public type of person. So I will be perfectly happy to just kind of chill here, at my center, and do my thing and do my job. But we are actually looking at moving because I'm going to be done with school soon. Actually graduate in June. That I will make a big deal of because it's my master's degree and it's a big deal. So I will graduate in June, and we're looking, kiddo and I, and maybe my sister, potentially my parents, depending on what they want to do, are looking at moving someplace where I can find a job that's going to better use my degree and maybe is a little closer to the beach. Remember, beach bum here, not a snow bunny. So we're looking. We're keeping our options open. There's all kinds of fun stuff potentially coming up. I just got to get through this program year at work because, man, it's a killer. Trying to start a new program in the middle of a global pandemic is not something I ever want to do again, y'all. It's just, it ain't. It is not fun. I don't want to do it. I am ready for COVID to go kick rocks. I am over this nonsense, y'all. Because I work in a childcare center and because I work with the families, I have to get tested once a month. Have y'all had a COVID test yet? That shit is not pleasant. I swear to God, they shove that swab far enough up your nose, they could be pulling your brain out like the ancient Egyptians. And it burns for days. Like, it is just miserable. And I get to do that once a month until we get vaccinated or until the company I work for says, you don't have to do this anymore. I don't want to. It's not fun. Somebody please just take me out behind the barn and shoot me. I don't know. I've been feeling so unmotivated at work lately, guys. There's a TikTok sound from an old musical. The musical's called Firebringer. And the TikTok sound is the whole, I don't really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't want to do the work today. I don't want to do the work today. And that's like me almost daily now. And I think part of it is just like burned out because I know I'm so close to being done with school that I am tired of all of the demands on my time and I'm ready to have some me time back. Like Friday I went into work and our database was down. The program that we use that keeps all of the child records, it was down all day because they were doing updates and patches. Why the hell, if you work for a company like that, somebody please explain to me why you would schedule that maintenance on a work day when you know everybody that needs your program is trying to use your program. So I couldn't do that all day. And then Fridays are half days at work, at least for the kiddos. So the teachers have some planning time in the afternoons. Kiddos leave at noon. So I had a home visit planned with a parent. And yeah, it's virtual because, COVID. But I'm trying to talk to this parent about their kiddo needing some extra support and making a referral. And our building is still under construction. There's some changes and things that need to be made, but it's good to be open. Like, it's not completely demo renovations. It's some minor stuff that they've been working on. And not in any of the classrooms that are open. So the construction guys are there and they're like, well, we need to shut off the power and blah, blah, blah. And we're like, all right, but it needs to be back up by 12:45. And it needed to be back up by 12:45 because there was an all staff meeting called for 1:00, the same time I have my home visit scheduled. Y'all can't see me, but I'm like massive eye roll at this. I'm so tired of the last minute meetings getting scheduled. Like, you cannot keep scheduling meetings at the last minute because people have other commitments. Okay. That being said, I was told by my supervisor to do my home visit because that was important. And then the electricians show up to work on the wire stuff, some of the wiring. And they show up at like 12:55, and they just start randomly throwing switches on the circuit breaker, and they kill the internet and they kill the power. And Friday was just a complete and total waste of my time. And there's nothing that irritates me more than having my time wasted. It just grates every single last nerve. And it was a complete and total waste of my time because I couldn't get any work done because I couldn't get into the database to document anything or to look up anything. And then the internet goes down as I'm in the middle of this phone call with this parent. Like he'd just gotten on. He was running late. He'd just gotten on to the call. Like video conference, Zoom thing, right? And the internet goes down. And I'm like, seriously, you guys are killing me. So I ended up just calling the parent and getting that done that way. But my goodness. Oh, and this meeting, this massive all staff meeting that was so urgent. It was half an hour of staff introducing themselves and 10 minutes of, hey, we're having a grand opening ribbon cutting ceremony and this is what it's going to look like and this is what it is and we're going to need all hands on deck. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, dear God, someone please shoot me. And is there any way I can work from home tomorrow? Well, not tomorrow, Friday. Because I want nothing to do with it. I don't want to be underfoot. I don't want to be in the way. I am not standing outside in the cold and wind and rain while, chatting up parents while we're waiting because we can only do groups of 10 for the tours and that's 10 people total. So that's the person giving the tour and, 9 other people. And we've got to keep it moving and all of that because, COVID restrictions and all of that. So no, just not my idea of a fun time. I don't want to do it. But 4:00 Friday, I am turning off the work phone. I am checking out of work and I'm done. Y'all, I am so done. Somebody just take and stick a fork in me. But I am on week 3 of the class that I'm in currently, which means I'm about halfway done. And, I'm about halfway done. I get a 2-week break from school once this class is done because of scheduling stuff. Trust me, I don't want that break. I mean, I know I need a break, but I don't want that break because if I didn't have that 2-week break, I would be done on May 17th instead of June 7th. And I just want to be done. But I have a 2-week break from school, and then I only have 2 more classes. So, I've got that going for me. Coming up on Friday, you guys are going to see another unboxing. I ordered 4 Diamond Art Club paintings a while back, and they all came in. 3 others that came with the Not Your Alice I showed you last week. I just love how creepy that one is. I think it's really awesome, and I know the kid's going to adore it. They are so into Alice in Wonderland and the Alice in Wonderland themed diamond paintings I've been getting for them that they have decided that they want to repaint their room and redecorate it to be an Alice in Wonderland theme. So if you guys have any ideas on good colors for that, like darker jewel tone rich colors, not pastel lavenders and purples, because that's not the kid. And don't say red and black. I know red and black, but my mother would object to red and black. So, and that's just not an argument worth having. It's really not. But if you guys have ideas on colors, I am all ears. But that's what they want to do. So maybe we'll do that this summer, is repaint their room when I'm done with school and I take some time off of work. That's, of course, unless I'm moving this summer, which I don't want to move. I really, really don't want to move. but I will. Like, I hate moving. It's a pain in the ass. You have to find a place to live, and then you have to pack everything up, and then you have to move it all, and then you have to unpack it, and it's a nightmare, and I don't want to do it. But for the right job, in the right location, I will, because I'm tired of winter. Which I know kind of means, like, south, but what it probably means, I mean, like, maybe South Carolina, North Carolina, East Coast somewhere. I haven't ever lived on the East Coast. That could be fun. But more than likely, it's going to mean the Pacific Northwest, which still gets winter, but doesn't get the snow, which means the temps don't get as cold. Like, temperature-wise, don't get as cold. I know, with the damp in the air and the wind, it can feel just as cold. Trust me. I have experienced cold, but y'all, I'm over winter. It's not my favorite. But I'd love to see some gorgeous fall colors, and that's why Pacific Northwest or East Coast, like New England, plus all the history over there, the American Revolutionary sites, that would be fun. But Pacific Northwest still has fall colors and green. Living in the desert, man, I miss the green. And yeah, I'm in the high desert, but it's still the desert. I miss the green. And the Pacific Northwest is green. And I like green. I really like green. So that's like an update as to what's going on here. We go back to court at the end of February, actually the day before sister number 2's birthday. I'm really hoping we'll have a decision by then, because I am so sick and tired of this. And if we don't, I may ask the judge if I can address the court and basically express my frustrations, because, y'all, I don't know what else I can do. Honestly, I do not have a clue what else I can do. I've thought about getting a lawyer, but that's expensive, and really, what are they going to do in terms of, like, you can't sue the DA. They've got prosecutorial judgment, or whatever it is, basically, that they get to decide which cases to prosecute and how they're going to prosecute it. And yes, under the Victim Rights Act, they have to listen to the victim and they have to consult with us, but they don't have to do anything we want. Discretion, that's the word I was looking for. They have prosecutorial discretion. So I can't sue them, and there's no point in suing this guy. He's got no money. So it's just, I'm over it, guys. Like, really, truly over it. So the only thing I can think of that I can do is talk to the judge and ask him, like, express my frustrations to him that they've had a plea offer since October, that things keep getting pushed out 30 days at a time. And while I understand he's got a right to his defense and he's innocent until proven guilty and all of this, why is it that my child is the only one dealing with the consequences of what happened when they're the victim? Like, it's just not right. That's not how it should be. And that's another reason that we're thinking of moving. Because whether he accepts the plea deal and ends up with 2 years in jail or not, if I can get the kiddo out of the state and he doesn't know where we live, then the kiddo will feel safe again. and that's important. And Colorado's not really been their favorite place to live. Most of their friends seem to be like in the Midwest, Great Lakes region. And sorry, y'all. I had cold enough winters living in Alaska. I've had cold enough winters here. I am not moving to the Great Lakes region. Y'all can tell me how pretty it is. Y'all can tell me whatever you want. It ain't happening. And a beach lake, or a lake, a beach from a lake is not a beach. I mean, it is, but it's not the same. So, no, thanks. I'll pass on that one. And the plains, it's just too flat. Would I like to go spend some time there chasing tornadoes and storms? Absolutely. Yeah, I'm a little crazy like that, but I don't want to live there. So, Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, Ohio, not happening. Alabama, Arkansas, I'm a little too liberal. That they might kick me out. I might consider Texas again, but it would really depend on which part of the state. Actually, I looked at a couple of jobs in San Antonio. San Antonio wouldn't be too bad. I could do Austin too. If I do Austin, though, if I do Texas at all, I've got to go to Austin, and I've got to go to the Family Business Brewing Company. And if you know what Family Business Brewing Company is, we need to be friends. Because saving people, hunting things, the family business, if y'all know that, we need to be friends. Let me know. But yeah, Bay Area, still my dream place to live in the United States. But man, it is expensive, and working for a nonprofit, at least where I'm going to be coming in, even with my master's degree, there is no way in hell I'm going to be able to afford living in the Bay Area. So Oregon, Washington, Northern California, maybe. Montana, Idaho, not so much. Wyoming, Utah, again, politically and religiously, they don't want me. So, Arizona's not green enough. I might consider Florida. I could probably handle Florida as long as the gators didn't come attack me. But I don't know. We'll have to see where the job market takes me. However, it is time for me to say goodbye, guys. I will see you all for Friday Frenzy. Thank you so much for stopping by. It was great to see you. Remember to drink your water, wear your mask, stay safe. We'll see you next time.